Okay, thank you, Aldo. Okay, let's start our meeting today, and let's start from the phone and WhatsApp campaign, online resourcing. Yeah, look to Aldo.
Okay, thank you, Mas Gani. My update here is I'm updating the funnel.
Mhm.
There's some increase and decrease, and also my update here. I'm blasting message for non-converted leads for making them still engage with us by using videos that we have. So it's basically the introduction video, and I already sent to the leads. I create two version bahasa and also English. So and also I bless this message for the offline canvassing campaign too. And another update is that I am having Grace to help me out with reaching out for the leads on online WhatsApp campaigns. That is
I
my
see.
update. Going back to Mas Gani.
Okay, thank you, Aldo. Do you have any friction for for this?
Hmm, currently, no. I'm still experimenting the message, so I will report the how is the conversion of using this message on next week.
I see. Okay, great. A little bit over to Grace. Do you have any friction, Grace, on the reaching out leads?
For at Saturday also already gave me some contacts and
Mm-hmm.
I already messaged three villas
Mm-hmm.
and one one owner have not reply
I see.
any reply and then the other one I'm currently asking for the price and
Okay.
including facilities and the other one they do not want to get involved with property management, yeah.
I see. Okay. Okay. Thank you for your update, and Aldo, for this one. Please, uh, give us update about the conversion for your message, yeah, for English and Bahasa version. Okay. Thank you, Aldo. And then let's moving to MI3 on the website campaign. So I'd like to give update a little bit. And then for the final update, we got a more page view, but the lead sign up is still the same. And we have one more meeting at Sanur ya, from Aldo and Wayana. Uh, apa Villa Tempo dulu at Sanur for today. Okay, and then for the spike in traffic on October 6 until 9, I think we are number one for keyword property management in Bali. And also, I believe it's effect of the DCE talk and professional networking and then the internship. So, yeah, I believe so. And then on the awareness awareness panel update, I offer to Mas Rizal for the update.
Yep, thank you, Mas Gani. So this is my update from the awareness funnel. So we run about 13 days
Mhm,
running on Google Ads campaign, and we appeared on Google search using ads about 31 K impressions,
mhm.
and also we got 211 clicks to our landing page, and also the bounce rate in the website is using Google Analytics from CPC is 57%, and this is the top keyword that we gain from the Google search from Google Ads. But basically, the most clicked is management villa di Bali. But there's also not not correct keyword such as property rentals. We got 31 clicks, and also Bali villas got 12 clicks.
I see.
Also from the I also attach on the uh, analytic performance on the Google Ads. As we can see, okay, there's up and down graphics on there because I do pivot basically like excluding some keywords and then excluding some audience. So basically, from that action is basically uh, decreasing the performance. So it's like uh, collecting the data again and then uh,
Oh, I
when
see.
it's going up again. Yeah, basically just that. But from the cost itself, correct me if I'm wrong, but we spent about almost 700,000 rupiahs from this Google Ads basically. And yeah, I think it's very expensive. And also I have additional extension on this Google Ads, but basically I forgot to attach. But the additional extension is using leads form
Hmm.
that attached on the Google search basically, but there's still zero audience that sign up using that extension. I think that's all from the awareness update. Back to Mr.
Okay.
Chan.
Thank you, Mas Rizal, for the update. I have a little question. So you mean that we spend on this cost, and you said before that the performance is unstable. It's because you did a pivot in the middle of
Yep,
ad running. Yeah. Oh,
yep.
I see. So you mean on the next set the keyword first and then let the ads running without changing in the middle. So
Um, I think so, and also I want to research about the audience. So it's like when we run to campaign, are we also have overlapping uh,
traffic.
overlapping traffic or not? Yeah,
Okay.
basically this like previous from Jing's suggestion, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mas Rizal, for the update. Okay, I think that's for the. Oh yeah, the next is MI7 field canvassing offline sourcing. Over to Mas Rizal for the update.
Okay, thank you. From this, okay, start from the final update as I'm screenshot. From the A funnel, there's increasing one leads basically. I believe that's from Jinx leads, and then from the B funnel, there's also increasing from owner contact. So from the Jinx lead, we directly have the owner contact, and the meeting we increase about three numbers. Sorry, we increasing about 10% from the previous. I believe that's from the young villa from Aldo's meeting, and then the temporary deal we also increase about 16% from the previous. This is from Bali Prime and New Gading Villa, and also
Mm,
we already got booking daily and monthly from this property also. I think that's all from the MI7 update.
okay, so I see on the MI7 this one you have a friction about the
Yep.
rainy weather. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, thank you. From the friction is yep. From the previous week. Um, yep. I'm not predicting this, so this the friction is from the weather,
Mhm.
and yep. Me especially, I have to more detail on the weather prediction, and also from the B funnel, I believe from the Aldous funnel, we have to prioritize from the revenue ready leads, basically, rather than on the property that are still on construction. So we know faster whether they are already available. So we should approach them for temporary deal or not available. So we move to abandon and
Mm,
can prioritize more on the ready supply property.
okay,
Yep.
okay. Thank you very much, Mas Rizal, for the update. Okay, I think that's it. And let's moving on the low priority campaign. I believe it's only two that was active. That's a Facebook group post campaign. Do you have any update, Mas Rizal,
Oh,
or
so
on
from
Facebook
this,
ads?
okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair. On the MI2, I have blessed some new content basically on the previous Friday, but offer to Aldo. Is there any inquiry from WhatsApp, Aldo? Yep, I think still zero including meeting until
Okay.
now. Yep, and for the MI6
Mm-hmm.
from the Facebook ads post. Okay, so I have new insight basically from Pak Yudi and also uh, Pak from Maharaja
Mm-hmm.
from Jing suggestion. So basically, I have a new insight. So probably I will have some discussion with Mas Gani about
Okay.
create another content based on
Yeah.
their uh, suggestion or on their insight basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Okay,
that's
Mas
all.
Rizal. Okay, so please invite me on Google Calendar
Yeah.
to discuss the content for Facebook ads. Okay, I think that's it for the Trello card update. Okay, now let's moving on to discussion management paper. Okay, so I see that. Okay, okay. Okay, so I want to discuss about this one first about from Jinx thread. We have a few insights that we should bring up. So, okay, about my message on the Facebook group post uh, for looking for a property owner. So, I already attached there, and this is the next content for 811. And then me and Mas Rizal have another next discussion based on the property owner testimonial ya. So we will apa namanya revise the content again, and then the next is I believe it's over to Tara. Have you collect the many all guest contact, Tara?
Uh, Excuse me, could you are you asking me to do that this week?
Yeah, I see that it's from Jinx thread on the
Mhm,
discussion management paper.
mhm.
And so, can you work with Andre and Cynthia to collect all the contact as possible? So, have
Okay.
you did before?
Oh no, I've only just seen this now. I will ask them about it. And can I ask what the definition of old guest is? So just anybody who had a full stay in
Yeah,
one of the
I
properties.
believe that guess that already checked out.
Okay.
Just yes.
And does it matter? I noticed that there are some properties that are no longer like under Bukit Vista
Uh,
management. Do they count too? just
yeah,
uh, just to
we,
know, just any
yeah,
guest basically
yeah.
that has.
We are. I believe we have we focus on guest side. So whatever guest is coming from, but
Yeah.
as long as our all guests, all past guests, it's apa ya sangat 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 penting ya, the very important data for us right now.
Okay, I will ask them where I can
Okay,
find that info. Okay, thank
okay, thank
you.
you, Tara. So, Mr. Secretary, can you write it down? Okay, for Tara, can you back to us for the next Scrum? You have the data. Is it possible?
I mean, yes, I will try to. Well, hopefully, maybe we can also do something with the data. I mean, hopefully, it's not too difficult to find.
Okay.
So yes, we'll
Okay.
see. Yeah, I'll keep you updated on that.
Okay, thank you, Tara, for the update. So, Mr. Secretary, can you write it down the conclusion? So, Tara will back to us to bring the all guest contact data at the next scrum, and also today me and Mas Rizal have a sub discussion about a new content for Facebook ads based on uh, partners testimonial. Okay, is it clear? Okay, Mr. Secretary. Okay, I think you write it down. Okay, thank you. And the next is a freelancer program for Villa Finder. I believe it's from Mas Rizal thread.
Yep. Thank you, Mas Gani. Yeah, basically we have from the freelancer program Feel 500, we basically Wayana got a lot of freelancer that want to sign up to us, and uh, from this time from this current time basically from the people that sign up, there is still not a significant number that
No, almost no
uh,
production.
yeah, that not have a production, or the villa is not very they not have a high number of leads basically.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume they don't motivate uh, what I why I'm doing this. I'm not because maybe I will not gain revenue from my leads. So
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Maybe I can add
yeah,
addition.
yeah, I might bit offer to Ayana for the more explanation.
Okay, so basically after I just ask a chat like asking like what how many, so the time budget for this kind of stuff, it is most people actually have a time, but I think it's more now like for me I'm thinking to show them how get done, so how to get thing done. So basically tomorrow I'm gonna have a session with them. So basically I'm telling them, so this is what I found on trailers. Actually you were already onboarded but you didn't have a villa, but I went out to Malas. This is what I found. Actually this is already have a production. Actually we found a customer. If you are like the person buying this property, you should already have basically income from this, but since you haven't get it, so I went personally down to the villas or like searching online. So this is
Mm-hmm.
how it works. So I'm thinking to just get motivation by using the real example of what I'm doing and what we are doing. So basically actually can be achieved and also doable. So I just tomorrow basically just walk them through like what I'm doing. So to motivate them based on like the latest strategy and the property that we have. So yeah, that's what my next plan for these people. I'm hoping that give them courage and also motivation to find more property that can sell.
I see. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mo. So, did you know how many the best freelancer we have? I mean, from all of freelancer, do you know which the best the freelancer we have?
At the moment, I don't have classified yet because like most of people what you call I think this is need more communication. But I have a group like if I have a villa, hey, we have inquiry for this much this kind of property, and then some people reply me back, oh let me ask my friend in Uluwatu or in Bingin like that. So, but actually, they're not trying hard enough yet.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Jing, you wanna say
I'm gonna
something?
I'm gonna motion we remove this program and pivot to a paid program. I think we've already tried this for long enough, and it's just soaking up a lot of energy and sort of there's no visible progress. There's no proof of concept that it works, and from what I've understood in years of doing this, once again, it's not an easy skill that people just. If you want to sign up a freelancer, okay, try to imagine this. Try to imagine hiring a freelance waiter right now. So you're a waiter at my restaurant. I don't pay you, but you get 20% of the tips. Would anybody even show up? Maybe. Okay, but that's being a waiter, which is a very easy type job that a lot of people know how to do. Now you're asking somebody to do something that is almost unheard of in Indonesia, right? Going around knocking on people's doors, asking for door-to-door sales. So asking for somebody to do something that's outside their ZPD with no sort of, it's probably not going to happen, right? So I'm thinking instead of keep on focusing on this, in the meantime, we have 50 applicants and 50 more every day almost for Villa field canvassing that's coming in through LinkedIn. So what I suggest we do is we just put them in trials. So HR will screen them, we put them in the field to canvas, and whoever gets us leads, we give them a job. Whoever doesn't give us a lead, we say thank you very much for applying. Um, and then we can start getting to the work of canvassing each region and getting this done.
I see.
This is a short-term job because, as I've realized, it doesn't. It there's not going to be like a huge amount of things that we don't pick up if we do this methodically. But if it does work, guess what? We can canvass every city across Indonesia if it does work. Actually, the technique is the same. So what I would like to do is I like to pivot this to a different program whereby we pay somebody to do this, but then we start processing our applications, of which there are hundreds of applicants at the moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Over to Wayana. Is it clear?
Yeah, it's very clear for me. I know this is something new, and I'm thinking just people haven't get it yet. But actually, if it work, it will be amazing. But let's see the pivot. So I'm gonna pivot to this, but I'm still gonna I have a positive thing that might some people work, but I don't spend much time on it. So maybe like 1 hour, like per week to to see like how it goes for my things. But
Okay.
of course, the Jing thing is still running as well as the main pivot. But I will not abandon my thing because I will spend less time of it.
Yeah.
Because the idea of this is actually it can still think it work. Maybe it takes some time because it's very new for us as well to learn and for others.
I disagree. I think we should abandon it completely. We have 192 applicants right now who want to actually do this, versus however many people who are just sort of anything. I think time spent on this right now is just time that's not even the time talking about it right now is probably not well spent. I just opened up LinkedIn. 192 people have applied to do this job. So these are people who already want to do this. Yeah, and the only question I have is it worth it? Do we actually get any revenue from field canvassing? If it's worth it, then we should pay somebody to do it because obviously it can solve a lot of problems.
Okay, sir. Yes. Thank you. Over to Aldo.
Yeah, I think maybe the people that already apply for the freelancer can apply to the paid program. So you can just switch the people and let's see if they're compatible, then they join the paid program itself. Yeah,
I see. Great.
way
Okay, great
Okay,
suggestion.
that makes sense.
for not abandoning the people, but still make them
Good suggestion.
try our method.
Yes.
Okay, I agree on that pivot.
Okay, thank you everyone. So Mr. Secretary, can you write it down that for Wayana will pivot this one into paid canvassing. So yeah. So we better teach them, give the skillful that people that really motivate that by apply to our job. So yeah, so we can see the real motivate people by applicants. Okay, thank you for this discussion. And then let's move to for Zing's thread about Grace. Okay, over to you, sir.
Right. Okay. So this is part of our new internship onboarding. Remember, we've had problems with ZPD before, so let's read Grace's CV. Grace, please share your CV on the paper.
Which paper?
This paper, the one that we're looking at right now.
Oh, the discussion management marketing.
Yeah.
Okay. While Grace is looking for her CV, maybe we can go to the next discussion topic while she gets that loaded up.
Okay. So
Let me skip ahead to the second one, actually, Mr. Chair. So this is for you, Tara. Tara, I found our contacts. So they are inside our Gmail account. So we have each of our Gmail accounts actually has the contacts of our previous guests. Now, This is a little bit different than what we've been working on before, but as you can see, we have a little bit more people now than what we had before either. So
Mhm.
this goes back, Rizal, to the leadership discussion we had on Friday, which is what are one of our strengths at Bukit Vista that we're not using? This is it. We have 15,000 contacts that I've found so far. Now, not all of them are actually guests, okay? So only a portion of them are actually guests. But we have guest name, we have their phone number, so that allows us to create at least a pretty good lookalike audience for Instagram and for Facebook. So
Mhm.
what I'd like to challenge Tara on is, can we start building Instagram lookalike audiences for our audience, right? This gives us huge advantage over companies that one don't have the data, two don't know how to use the data. Okay, so
Mhm.
this is more related to an awareness campaign. I would like Tara and Rizal to work on this, right? Because this is the beginning of maybe how we can start pivoting into driving guest side. Oh, okay, it says hi, Ben. Yeah, guest side programs. Okay,
Okay.
um, Rizal, for your side, we have Grace here now. Once Grace loads up her CV, we can see what she's competent at. I would like you to start delegating things to Grace so that she learns something valuable on her internship and she can say that she's worked on management level SLAs, right? And then what I'd like you to start thinking about is how to work with Tara to make the most of all the tens of thousands of contacts that we have with guests, right? What can we do with all this data that can help us survive and help us thrive? I'll give you an example. One, I suggested this to Gunny. Maybe we should go back to guests and tell them, hey, happy anniversary of your trip to Bali,
Right.
right? There's probably dozens of them every day, maybe hundreds of them every day. If we do that, at least then we can remain in contact. This kind of outreach through direct messaging could be quite useful. Another thing is, if you haven't noticed, the inquiry rate has been going up because it's getting close to Christmas. And I believe a lot of people in Jakarta and Surabaya are booking right now. So is there a way that we can take this contact list, pare it down to Indonesian past guests, and then
Mhm.
target them on Christmas or holiday season travel to here in Bali and in Jogja
I
based on
see.
that. So there's a
Yeah.
lot of ideas that we can generate from that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
As an
Okay.
output, what I would like is this, right? I would like some ideas and I would like a clean list of, let's say, 5,000 contacts, right? So you have 15,000 contacts in there. Uh, some of them are Pembantu, some of them are villa owners, whatever. Let's just get 5,000 clean guest contacts out of there. And if you can, as mission two, get maybe 300 owner contacts out of those spreadsheets, okay?
I
They
see.
should have villa owner on the title of them. That's how you'll know. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great idea. Thank you very much. So, Mr. Secretary, before we forget, please write it down on the conclusion. So, for Tara and Mas Rizal will create a lookalike audience for the guest site for Facebook and Instagram from this spreadsheet. Oh yeah, Mas Rizal, you have something to say?
Yep. Thank you, sir. So from my side is basically I still want to open this CSV, but just giving an early expectation basically. So from this contact, if we have like email list, or if we have the emails, we have the date of birth, we have the uh, uh, male or female uh, information, we can do for the lookalike audience. So if we don't have that information, we difficult to uh, make them as lookalike, because probably we have a margin of error because we don't have any information from that
Great.
contact list. But I agree for using to recontact them, to reconnect with them. Yep, sending welcome again, and when you will visit Bali, that's very very uh, inspiring the our old guests. Yeah, basically
Okay.
that's from me.
I'd like to raise a question then, which is lookalike audiences is something new for all of us. I don't think we have an authority on this subject yet. My basic question is this: what is the minimum number of data points per guest in order to build a lookalike audience? Is it a name and a phone number? Is that enough to identify them on Facebook, or do we need more information for Facebook to identify them?
For
Mm,
my,
I
sir,
see.
for my previous experiment is I also using email. I attach email. I attach date of birth, and also uh, the location, their apa namanya, their cities, and their cities, their country. That's to help us uh, collecting the audience information. Yeah, I think that's also important.
Okay. Okay. The
I mean, if I may add really quickly right now, I just quickly searched like what you would have to fill in when you build a lookalike audience, at least on Facebook. So it says that you will have to choose your source, which is then a custom audience from. Huh. Well, okay. Like apparently you choose like 1,000 to 50,000 of your best customers, apparently, based on lifetime value. Like I guess well, whatever we want, I guess. Like what we consider what we want to consider. And then we have to choose country or countries where we want to find these people. And then we choose our desired audience using like the size using a slider, and then you just press to audience, and
okay.
then that's it, basically. So I think when it comes to the data points, uh, I think that's really flexible in terms of what we want, and then we just feed it into Facebook, basically. I don't think it cares about the data itself if we've already figured it out, if that makes sense.
Okay.
That part we do on our own, if I've understood this page correctly.
Let's give that a shot then. I think we just upload whatever we have into, if it's just a name and a phone number, so be it. If it's a name,
Yeah.
phone number, and a geography, so be it. I
Yeah.
believe a name and a phone number should be enough for Facebook to identify who is their user, right? I just
Yeah.
even a phone number should be enough, right?
Yeah.
Because generally people don't have two different phone numbers, right?
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Over to Aldo, a little quick.
Yeah. So I think our database on Tableau has all this information. We have email, we have geographic, we have phone numbers too.
Mm,
I believe, yeah, from the confirmed guest in Tableau, I think the information, all the Airbnb information is scraped to the Tableau. So I think we can extract them and choose choose this selected category.
thank you.
To confirm this, where do you get the data, Jim? The spreadsheet.
I'll show you. So what I do is pretty simple. I'll just share my screen. I'll show you how this is done. I just go to the Bukit Vista profile
Oh,
on Gmail, and I go to contacts.google.com,
oh,
and I believe we've been saving all of our contacts on this list, right?
yeah,
So that's why there's like I don't know, there's like a few
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So that's one source,
Mhm.
and then my other source is Wyana, Bukit Vista. That had 9,000 contacts on it too as well. So just I don't know where we save this, but here's the other one. Yeah, there's like 4,000 Airbnb guests here, right? That
Oh,
have their phone numbers and everything
I see.
here. And look how long I have to scroll. It's like crazy, right? I mean, that should be like a gold mine of. I figure, yeah. I mean, if you have that, you might not even need Airbnb at all anymore, right? You can just keep on like doing Instagram ads to get more guests from that, and you can build. Gani, you should be able to build a fucking huge ass Instagram audience from this, because
Okay.
these are real people who would really like whatever you have to say, right?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's where I got it.
Thank you very much, sir, for this one. Okay, so one again for to Tara, please apa, find out our contact from the database, and let's have discussion with me and Mas Rizal to build this look like audience. So hopefully on the
Yeah,
next we already have the data. Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
Will do.
Mr. Secretary, will please write down on the conclusion. Okay, thank you very much. And then, okay, so I see that Grace already upload her CV and portfolio. Okay, okay, so let's open it up. Okay, I see that from Jing already read it on the intern milestone, set the milestone. So would you please describe a little bit, sir?
Absolutely. Okay. So what I thought of is part of our culture here is to give people a lot of freedom to go about and do their things, right? Um, but we also need to kind of set clear goals if we want to delegate correctly. And what we do as mentors is we provide resources, we provide counseling, we provide the framework and goals, but the intern themselves, they manage their own learning and they manage their own development. Now, this is slightly different from the past, Grace, right? Which is before basically one mentor would just spend their whole time teaching you. But now I think it's better if it's more self-driven. So, okay, now we're looking at Grace's CV. Okay, if it's about the milestones, if I can turn back to the milestones,
Okay, okay.
I'll explain a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
So, I think the first milestone is a chapter we should have for a new employee, a new person at the company is what SLA do we want to delegate to this person? Okay, because you guys already cover different SLAs, you should be very familiar with what that SLA being run well should look like. That is completely in your ZPD, right? So it is completely safe to then delegate something like that to a new person. Try to estimate what the intern ZPD is, zone of proximal development, so that you can delegate correctly. But that is a very safe delegation. The second delegation is the first time to chair a meeting. This is important because what this means is if somebody can successfully chair a meeting, then they understand the context of what's happening here, right? We provide video training material. We provide, let's say, past videos where they can watch what's happened. But if they are capable of successfully chairing a meeting, then we know that they understand what's happening within the chapter. Okay, the next level from that is when they create their first pivot, when they actually think, all right, I've learned enough, I'm ready to actually invent a new idea, all right? So then that will be the third milestone on that journey. The fourth milestone is when they've actually connected a pivot to an SLA. So let's say they have an idea, you know what, this SLA is really slow right now. I have something that I learned that I'm gonna do to make this SLA better. So that's the fourth milestone, an innovation on the SLA, such as, I don't know, such as maybe using a lookalike audience, right, to get higher audience engagement. Okay, the next milestone after that, fifth milestone, is they have a plan for a campaign and they can visualize and describe and create a campaign. And then I think the last stage is when they can actually put that campaign into production because it has been selected to campaign.
Yeah.
Then I just thought, shouldn't we all have this, right? This is maybe not just a good intern milestone, but this is a good employee milestone record. Okay, so the reason I'm setting this is so that we have a sequence of goals that an intern can strive for, and that we as mentors then support the intern development. Okay, that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at Grace's CV so you can see where she is. All right, let's see. Let's go over to Aldo. Aldo, what is Grace good at, and what maybe would she need more development to understand?
Okay, for Grace background, all I can see is that I see first from the education background. So Grace have minor in mass media. So I believe Grace ZPDs is on social media, manage social management and content management. And Grace, can you scroll down a bit? Let me to see the context. Okay, administration department. Okay, I think Grace also has some background in writing, so I believe she's good at writing some blogs for our SEO and extra. And I also see that Grace have some good communication skill because she studied a language, so I believe it's good for the communication. And also, and I think it can affect it also affects the negotiation and persuasion skill. So yeah, I think that's from me.
Maybe can I add to the what I studied in mass media maybe?
Okay.
Yeah. With a minor, when I studied a minor in mass media, I learned about news writing, magazine writing,
Oh, okay.
movie production. Yeah, movie production, short movie, and video production. Yeah, that's
Amazing.
what I learned. Yeah. Maybe yeah, it could give everybody a clear what I learned in mass media.
Great. Okay, excellent. Thank you very much, Grace. Let's go over to Rizal. Rizal, what do you believe is Grace's strengths?
Okay, so I just see from the CV, not from the portfolio, I guess, and from the CV itself is Grace is studied in Chinese language, I believe, and minor in mass media. And yeah, I believe from the Grace skill is basically storytelling because her CPD is basically on writing, and I believe from the leadership and building organization is on the project management, and I think just that. And yeah, basically I just want to connect the Grace skill to our prioritize, which is survive model. I want to Grace using the storytelling skill to approach our owner using negotiation and also persuasion. I think
Okay,
that's all from me.
excellent. Thank you very much, Rizal. Okay, that's good. So what Rizal figured is there's some good Chinese language skills, there's some project management skills, and Aldo detected skill sets in writing and copywriting, and Grace spoke of her own mass communication skills too. Let's go over to Gani. Gani, what do you see on this CV?
Okay, so from my perspective, Grace is strength on the copywriting and also on the content management, like on the minor in mass media. So on the copywriting, I think it's very useful, very good for such as writing blog to increase the SEO on the website. For the copywriting and also the content management for the social media, I think it's good. It's fit for that.
Okay, great. All right, Tara, over to you. What do you see in Grace's CV?
Well, generally, I think everybody covered what she would be able to contribute with our goals right now. But from what I see, I mean, the first things that like popped out for me were the fact that I mean she speaks both English and Chinese, and for me, I mean, I put this down when I first applied too. Like when you speak like more than one language, I think it goes beyond just being able to communicate in like different, like languages. It goes beyond that in a sense that like especially because Chinese is a really difficult language to learn if you're not like a native speaker. It means like Grace is a really good problem solver, even if you won't see it that way. Like the fact that she even learned Chinese, it already shows that. Plus, it shows that she has tenacity. I mean, it's because I've learned Chinese in the past that I know it is difficult, like to get yourself in that headspace. So that's what I that's what I see when I see her CV. And she's also, how do you say it, like open-minded. You have to keep an open mind if you're going to be able to speak different languages. I don't know, like that at least that's what I think. So that's what I can say. Because I don't want to add any more about the like what she could do, because I feel like she could already do a lot anyway, and I think everybody already covered that.
Excellent.
So,
Okay, great. So let's think about Grace's capabilities, and let's think what part of the funnel she belongs to. Rizal, what part of the funnel do you think Grace belongs to at this moment?
At this moment, probably on the stage 3 funnel on the meeting, and I believe will be work with Aldo from this current situation because we have a lot of leads that not already contacted yet.
Okay, got it. But is that in her ZPD? Is she a negotiator? Is she, let's say, skilled at moving inquiries?
Yep. Yes, sir. So basically, we not also on the phone calls, right? We have also on the WhatsApp chat. So I don't. I believe Grace have storytelling skills. So the thing like I use on the chat, um, giving precision on the writing her writing skills.
Okay, got it. Let's go to Gunny. Gunny, would you agree with that?
I will disagree with that because on the persuasive and storytelling, it's a bit different. On the persuasive, you have to have a business mindset. How to persuade people, meet the real people, have a something like a public speaking, yeah, something like a persuasive business mindset. So on the storytelling, it's all about the more on the imagination.
Yes.
I think it will be better on the copywriting, such as blogging or writing caption on Instagram, something like that.
Okay, very good. Let's go to Aldo. Aldo, Grace is helping you right now. How do you feel about that? And is that where you believe Grace has her strongest ZPT showing?
Okay. Yeah. So I believe if we're measuring someone's GPD without like seeing what she is actually capable of, it's not really work. So because uh because that other than our insight, I think we need to hear from the person itself. But for the work that Grace right now, I think she's pretty curious, and also she's pretty focused on the reaching out. But I cannot really see because we will have the pairing after the scrum, so I cannot really say the capability, but I believe it's a good sign of starting point.
Okay, very good. Aldo's right? Ultimately, we don't really know ZPD just from looking at a CV or just talking about like this. We'll know ZPD from what measurement result? What's the kind of the magic measurement that lets us know if somebody has within ZPD? It's called the work. Okay, Gunny, do you remember what it was?
Huh?
Work ethic.
Aldo, do you remember what it was?
The priority one, right? I forget the name.
Work velocity, everyone, work velocity. Right? Assign them to an SLA, and if the SLA moves, then you know it's probably within their ZPD. If it accelerates, you know that it's well within their ZPD. If the SLA doesn't move, then it's probably not in their ZPD, right? So that is the easiest way to tell. And there's always going to be reasons, right? But look at the numbers. If the numbers move, then it means that this person knows what they're doing. If the number doesn't move, no matter how much we listen or whatever, it probably means it's not within ZPD, okay? That's why we have SLAs. That's the beauty of the SLA. All right, based on what I can see, let's see, of Grace's skill sets right now, I tend to agree with Gunny on his estimation because where Grace has proven herself, let's say, is in, I haven't seen that much spoken communication, which is where Aldo sits right now. It's more of this idea of how do you take kind of like somebody who's already considering it and then kind of move them to the very end. If Grace is good at copywriting, if she's good at persuasive writing, then she belongs at the top of funnel, right? Where we can convert more people from the top into the type of leads that then get turned into as as Gani said, into business at the lower stages of the funnel. That would be the most efficient place to put it. The second dimension that I see this in is Rizal is involved in way too many campaigns at the moment, right? He's in this campaign, he owns this campaign, he's in the SLA for every campaign. So I think, Rizal, this is a really good time for you to think about how to delegate different layers of your campaign to a new person. Also, we have a shot at what I call a moonshot project. Moonshot projects are, we wouldn't have been able to do it unless we had somebody with that capability, let's say, right? Let's say Aldo. Aldo speaks Russian. We've never put Aldo on a moonshot project to get us Russians, maybe, right? So there could be a good opportunity for Aldo to think about this and also for Grace to think about it. This is a little bit away from, let's say, the main plan, which is to survive and get properties, right? But is there a way that we can stimulate, I don't know, Chinese guests to book with us, right? Is there a way to stimulate Russian guests to book with us? We've thought about this kind of like in one funnel, which is how do we get the supply, how do we get the supply, how do we get the supply? We're kind of stuck right now in supply anyways, am I right? Even if we get the supply, right now the bottleneck is not in supply. We can get as much supply as we want through field marketing. The bottleneck right now is back, as you guys know, in the inquiry conversion, right? No matter how much supply we bring in, we still get stuck at the inquiry conversion. So this is another time to think about, okay, all right, we kind of have to wait for them to fix the inquiry conversion part, right? Until we can effectively work better on supply. It could be a good time to work a little bit of your focus on what is the correct way to bring in Chinese guests after the pandemic opens, right? What is a way to start Chinese awareness that we even exist as a brand? So this then goes to the question, Grace, do you write in Chinese?
I do write in Chinese, but for writing in Chinese, we have to know who is the audience and what's their interest. So
Okay.
it takes more research. Yeah.
That is a magical, magical, magical thing, right? How many bloggers based in Bali are writing about what's happening in Bali in Chinese right now? Probably nobody, right? So then this opens up a whole new world, right? Of like, okay, where are the Chinese audience hanging out? They're not on Instagram, right? They're probably on Weibo or they're on like I don't know, some other thing, right? WeChat, right? Weixin. Maybe this could be Grace's campaign, right? In terms of her long-term project. How can you bring WeChat as a campaign onto this board? Maybe not for today, but maybe for the future, right? How do we raise awareness on WeChat? So you can look at that milestone marker and think about, okay, where can we possibly see Grace producing a campaign? Where can we see her innovation to an SLA? That's how I would think about maximizing the throughput. In terms of Aldo, or in terms of actually why did we put Grace to pair with Aldo in the first place? Tell me a little bit more about that. Where did that idea come from? I'll go to Rizal because Rizal seemed to come up with that idea in the first place.
Came up with the idea of negotiation, sir?
Of putting Grace to work with Aldo.
Oh yeah. Because from this apa namanya? Because I think from our funnel, layer of funnel is the conversion in the meeting is basically very lack the fiction basically, sir. That's why I'm moving on this.
That's a good way to see it, right? That's a good way to see it from where people are needed. Aldo, over to you.
Yeah, I actually, me, Mas Rizal, and Mas Gani already have also talked about this before at Saturday, I believe. Yeah, we try to talk about Grace DPD and also where should we put Grace in it. So before the talk, each of us already have a pairing with Grace, and Grace stated to me that she's pretty excited. She's pretty interested in my funnel. So we have Grace to a task to see the the actual ZPD itself. So yes, I believe Mas Gani also give some task about the copywriting and social media.
Excellent. Okay,
So
that's very good. Very good.
we can really measure how is the actual ZPD.
Okay, very good. Let's go over to Gani. Gani, what's your thought?
Okay. Okay, so yeah, last Saturday, three of us already discussed about this one, and looking for the next milestone that Grace did, and yeah, since it is have a limited time, I think 2 minutes, and I so on the conclusion this one, yeah, it is pretty interesting. So for the conclusion, I will let Grace to pairing with one of us. So you can pairing with Aldo. I see that you already set the calendar with Aldo, with me as well. So okay, let's pairing about this. Let's talk deep more about this one. So in the future we have a clear goal, clear milestone. Yeah. Okay, Grace. All right, that's great. So I see that we still have two thread, but we can continue it to written discussion because I think apa it's work when we discussed last like on the freelance program Philapeder, and we write it down our thought first on the discussion, and then we discuss today with very short time. So I think it will be better if we write it down our thought first, and the next round we discuss. Yes, sir. Up to you.
I just want to bring up the top topic right there, right? So I have noticed that our response time for overall as a chapter is really slow. Right? It's like I think haven't been accustomed to meeting to actually discuss certain things. What we're trying to evolve to, right, is to use Trello and to use this discussion board to speed up our response time. On Trello, I see that it sort of works, right? But when there's a discussion, let's say about like the contacts, that took like almost a week for everybody to finish that discussion. That and eventually, like I did the work myself, right? I just went ahead and moved all the contacts here. So I think we need to just have a habit of everybody. Can you just check this paper once a day, right? And just if you've been tagged on it, just write whatever it needs to be written so that we can get these discussions going so that we can reach conclusions. Ideally, as we give more people more time, it should not mean that we slow down our communication sort of to instead of 3 times a week now, we have once a week where we discuss. Ideally, it should be more live, right? So please check the paper so that we can move on and either say no, I can't do this, or whatever, we need to come up with a new idea, but don't just leave it hanging, especially if you've been tagged on a particular topic.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, got it. So okay, so Mr. Secretary, please write it down on the conclusion. So at least once a day we supposed to be check our Trello and discussion paper. Yeah. I think that's it. Thank you very much for attending today's Scrum meeting. So hopefully you have a good day, everyone. Have a good day.
Okay. Thank you, guys, for sharing.
Thank you.